Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow. It sounds harmless, even hopeful. It gives the impression of another chance, another opportunity, another moment to begin. But behind that soft word lies a silent thief. The truth is, tomorrow is the most dangerous word in your vocabulary because it convinces you that delay is safe, that there will always be more time, that you can afford to wait, but you can't. Every time you say, "I'll do it tomorrow," you're giving up the only time you're truly promised, today. You're handing over your power to a day that doesn't even exist yet. Tomorrow is a shadow. It's an idea. It's not real until it becomes today. And by then, the opportunity you had might already be gone. Think about how many dreams have died under the weight of tomorrow, how many businesses were never started, how many books were never written, how many apologies were never said, how many lives were never changed, just because someone thought they had more time. Procrastination is not just a bad habit, it's a dream killer. It disguises itself as patience, as planning, as waiting for the right moment. But all it really does is build a wall between you and your future. Why do we wait? Why do we keep postponing the things that matter the most? Sometimes it's fear. Fear of failing, fear of judgment, fear of not being good enough. Sometimes it's comfort. It's easier to stay where we are than to take a risk. And sometimes it's just the belief that we'll be more motivated tomorrow, more ready tomorrow, more inspired tomorrow. But motivation is fleeting. Readiness is a myth. And inspiration doesn't strike those who wait. It visits those who act. If you want to do something with your life, if there's a voice inside you telling you there's more out there, don't wait. Don't give that voice another 24 hours of silence. Do something today. Even if it's small, even if it's messy, even if it's scary, because action is the only way you move forward, and progress, no matter how little, always beats perfection delayed. You don't need to see the whole path. You just need to take the first step. Waiting until everything is perfect is just another form of fear dressed up as strategy. Perfection doesn't exist. Progress does. Clarity doesn't come from waiting, it comes from doing. The world is moving with or without you. Opportunities don't wait around for you to feel ready. They show up, and then they pass. The window opens, and then it closes. You either jump in or you watch someone else take your place. That's the truth. Harsh maybe, but powerful because it means the power is in your hands. What would your life look like if you had started last year, or last month, or even last week? That version of you would already be further ahead, stronger, wiser, more confident. But here's the good news. If you start today, that version of you will exist tomorrow. And that's a version worth working for. You don't need another day to decide. You've already decided. You just haven't acted on it yet. You already know what you want. You already feel it pulling at you. So stop pushing it into the future. Stop handing it over to tomorrow. Take it back. Own it today. Every day you wait is a day lost. Every tomorrow becomes never if you keep pushing it away. So say it out loud right now. No more waiting. No more excuses. No more delays. The time is now. The place is here. The person is you, because tomorrow is just an excuse in disguise. And you are not here to make excuses. You are here to make progress. You are here to take control. You are here to turn your dreams into decisions, and your decisions into action. So don't wait for tomorrow. It might never come. But today is a gift, and it's the most powerful tool you'll ever have. Use it. Time is something we all think we have plenty of. We live as though we're promised 1,000 more days, 100 more chances, and endless time to get it right. But if there's one truth that life always brings us back to, it's that today is all you really have. Yesterday is gone. You can't change it. You can't fix the mistakes, relive the moments, or rewrite what happened. It's over. And tomorrow? It's just a possibility. It's not promised to anyone. The only thing that's certain, the only moment that truly belongs to you, is right now. Today is your real shot at building the life you want. It's not some distant moment in the future, when everything falls into place. It's not someday when the time is right. It's this very moment, raw, imperfect, and full of potential. But too often, we treat today like it doesn't matter. We waste it scrolling, worrying, doubting, and waiting. We trade it for comfort, for fear, for distraction. We act like we have all the time in the world. But ask anyone who's lost someone suddenly. Ask anyone who missed a chance that never came back. They'll tell you, time is fragile. Moments are precious. Today could be everything, and we don't even see it. If you've been putting off your dreams, your goals, or your growth, understand this. There will never be a better day than today to begin. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need perfect conditions or full confidence. You just need to start, because action taken today beats perfect plans saved for tomorrow. Today is your blank page. It's your opportunity to write a new story, to take one step, even if it's a small one, toward a bigger future. Every change, every breakthrough, every success you admire started on a day just like this, when someone made the choice to begin, and you have that same power, right now. Not later. Not after you feel more ready. Because the truth is, no one ever really feels ready. People just decide. They decide that the pain of staying stuck is worse than the fear of moving forward. They decide that waiting is more dangerous than starting. They decide that today is worth more than 1,000 tomorrows. Don't underestimate what can happen when you commit to showing up today. It could be the day you break an old habit, the day you take the first step toward your dream, the day you choose to believe in yourself, even just a little more. And those small decisions? They compound. They grow. They build momentum. They create change. You don't have to do something massive today, but do something meaningful. Something that brings you closer to the life you want. That message you've been meaning to send? Send it. That workout you've been skipping? Do it. That idea you've been sitting on? Start building it. One action, one choice, one moment of courage. That's all it takes to shift your entire direction. The difference between those who live with regret and those who live with fulfillment is simple. How they treat today. One group waits, the other acts. One group hesitates, the other believes, even if just for a moment, that now is enough. That they are enough. You don't need more time. You need to value the time you already have. You need to stop thinking of today as just another day, because it's not. It's a gift. It's a fresh start. It's a chance to be better than you were yesterday and to prepare for a future you actually want to live. So take a deep breath and own this day. Forget the pressure of getting everything right. Just focus on moving forward, on growing, on doing your best with what you have. Because today isn't just important. It's everything. Tomorrow is a maybe, yesterday is a memory, but today is your reality. And what you do with it determines everything else. Make it count. Success isn't about being the smartest person in the room. It's not about having the most money, the best connections, or the perfect plan. Success belongs to those who show up. Not once. Not when it's easy. Not when they feel like it. But every single day without excuses, without waiting for the perfect moment. You see, talent means nothing without effort. Ambition is empty without action. Too many people sit around with big dreams in their heads waiting for the stars to align. They say, one day I'll start. Someday I'll commit. But here's the truth. Someday is not a day of the week. It's an excuse in disguise. The ones who truly succeed are the ones who show up regardless of how they feel. They don't rely on motivation. They rely on discipline. And discipline is built one day at a time. There are no shortcuts, no secret formulas, Just the raw, consistent effort of showing up when it's boring, when it's hard, when it feels like nothing is working. That's the difference between people who only dream and people who achieve. They do the work, day in and day out. Most people quit not because they lack talent, but because they lack consistency. They expect quick results. They think success should come fast and easy. But anything that truly matters takes time. It takes patience. It takes showing up even when the rewards aren't visible yet. The ones who succeed understand this. They know that progress is invisible at first, that seeds grow underground long before you ever see the plant break the surface. So they keep showing up. They write when no one is reading. They practice when no one is watching. They work when no one is clapping, because they know it's not about who sees the effort today. It's about who benefits from it tomorrow. When you show up every day, something incredible happens. You build momentum. That momentum turns into confidence. That confidence turns into results. And those results multiply over time. Not because you made one big move, but because you kept taking small steps without quitting. It doesn't matter if you're tired. It doesn't matter if you're scared. What matters is that you do something today that moves you forward. Even if it's 1 inch, even if it's imperfect, that effort counts. That effort stacks up. That effort is what separates winners from wishers. Consistency doesn't mean working 24/7 or burning yourself out. It means being committed. It means honoring your goals even on the days you don't feel like it. It's waking up and saying, I may not be where I want to be yet, but I'm not staying where I am either, and then proving it with action. The world doesn't reward intentions. It rewards execution. Everyone says they want success, but very few are willing to pay the price of persistence. You have to earn it with your habits, your hustle, and your heart. Success comes to those who are dependable, to those who treat their dream like a responsibility, not a hobby. You have to show up for your goals the way you'd show up for a job you can't afford to lose. Because in a way, you can't. Your future depends on it. Your peace, your growth, your freedom. It all depends on how seriously you take today's effort. There's no magic formula. It's just about showing up when no one else does, about doing the work even when you're not getting applause, about believing in the process even when the results aren't instant. So show up for yourself. Show up for your dreams. Show up for the life you know you're capable of living. Don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for inspiration. Don't wait for someone to push you. Be the one who shows up, rain or shine, good day or bad. Because every time you do, you prove to yourself that you're serious. And that self-respect, that self-trust, that's where real success begins. You don't need permission. You don't need the perfect plan. You just need the courage to show up, today, tomorrow, and the day after that. Success doesn't come in one big moment. It comes in hundreds of quiet ones, when no one is watching, but you still keep going. Keep showing up. That's how you win. Nothing happens without action. You can sit and think, dream, plan, and talk about what you want for months, even years, but until you take action, nothing changes. And the moment you take that first step, no matter how small, something powerful begins to build. That something is momentum. Momentum is the secret force behind every transformation. It doesn't come from wishing or waiting. It comes from movement, from doing, from putting your hands in the dirt and planting seeds, even if you don't see results right away. The beauty of momentum is that it grows with you. The more you move, the more energy you gain. The more you try, the more capable you feel. Momentum doesn't ask for perfection. It asks for presence. It asks that you show up and try. That's the difference between people who get stuck and people who grow. The ones who grow are the ones who take action, even when they're scared, even when they're unsure, even when they don't have it all figured out. They move. They try. They adjust. And with every step forward, they start to feel it. That shift in energy, that internal push that keeps them going. At first, it's hard. Starting anything new feels heavy, like pushing a car from a dead stop. It takes effort. It takes courage. It takes fighting through the mental noise that says, "You're not ready," or "What if you fail?" But once that car starts rolling, even a little, the next push becomes easier, and then easier again. That's momentum. That's how change begins, not with a giant leap, but with a consistent series of small, determined steps. So many people are waiting for the right time. They're waiting to feel motivated, but motivation isn't the fire, it's the spark. And if you don't feed it with action, it burns out. Action is what turns a spark into a flame, and that flame into a wildfire. That's what momentum does. It doesn't just move you, it transforms you. When you take action, you gain clarity. You learn what works and what doesn't. You begin to understand yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your patterns. You stop guessing and you start growing. Action leads to feedback. Feedback leads to progress. And progress leads to real, lasting change. But the key is this: you have to keep going. Momentum only works if you continue moving. That doesn't mean sprinting every day. It means doing something, anything, that keeps you aligned with your goal. One email, one paragraph, one workout, one brave conversation. These small actions might seem like nothing in the moment, but added up over time, they completely shift your direction. Most breakthroughs don't come from a single moment of inspiration. They come from momentum. From the days you showed up when you didn't feel like it. From the times you kept going even when no one was cheering. From the effort you put in when there was no guarantee of reward. That's when the real change happens. When you've built enough momentum that your growth becomes unstoppable. And here's what's amazing: momentum creates confidence. With every action you take, you prove to yourself that you're capable. You build belief. You build discipline. You stop depending on motivation, and you start depending on yourself. That inner strength, it's built in the doing. The hardest part is starting. But once you start, your own progress becomes your motivation. You begin to see movement. You feel the energy shifting. You realize, I can do this. And that belief multiplies. Soon, you're not just trying, you're transforming. So if you're stuck right now, if you feel like you're waiting for a sign, this is it. Don't overthink it. Don't wait for perfect. Just take one step. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. The power is not in the planning. It's in the doing. Action creates momentum. Momentum creates confidence. And confidence creates change. That's the formula. That's the path. And it starts with you choosing to move. Today. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. Because the more you move, the easier it gets. And the more consistent you are, the more powerful you become. Momentum is your ally. Use it, build it, and let it carry you toward the life you deserve. Everyone has something they've been meaning to start. A goal they've postponed, a habit they want to build, a project they've been dreaming about for years. And for many, the thought that keeps coming back is, I should have started earlier. That sense of regret can be powerful. You look back and think of all the time that slipped through your fingers, the opportunities you missed, the progress you could have made, the person you might have become if you had just started sooner. It's true. The best time to start was yesterday. No one can deny that. Yesterday holds potential that's now lost. But the mistake most people make is thinking that since they missed that chance, it's already too late. That's the lie. The truth is, the second best time is now. This moment, this day, right here. It's not too late. It's actually perfect because it's real, and it's yours. What you didn't do yesterday shouldn't stop you from doing something today. Regret is only useful if it pushes you into action. Sitting in it, replaying it, punishing yourself for what you didn't do, that's just another form of procrastination. If yesterday was a missed opportunity, then let that be your motivation, not your excuse. People delay starting because they think they've already lost too much time. But the longer you delay, the more time you lose. It becomes a cycle, waiting, regretting, delaying, then regretting even more. And suddenly, months pass, years pass, and you're still at the same point, still carrying that same dream, still wondering what could have happened if you had just started. But here's something powerful to remember. Time is going to pass anyway. Whether you start today or not, the days will keep moving. So if you start now, then a week from now, you'll be a week ahead. A month from now, you'll be stronger. A year from now, you might look back and thank yourself for making the decision to begin. Finally, every success story started with a decision. Not a perfect plan, not a guarantee, just a decision to begin. That's the only thing you need to do right now. Don't worry about step 100. Focus on step 1, because step 1 is everything. Step 1 is what separates those who dream from those who do. You don't need to feel ready. You don't need to be confident. You just need to take action. You might feel unsure. You might feel scared. That's okay. Most people do when they're beginning something new. But the fear of starting is nothing compared to the regret of never trying. And here's something else. When you finally start, you realize it's not as hard as you thought. The hardest part is always the beginning. Once you take that first step, things start to move. You start to learn. You start to grow. You get feedback. You gain clarity. The path reveals itself after you start walking it, not before. What matters is not what you didn't do yesterday, but what you're willing to do today. Today is powerful because it gives you the ability to rewrite your story. You don't have to carry your old excuses, your past delays, your missed chances. You can begin again, stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever. Stop waiting for the right mood. Stop waiting for motivation. Start now, and let momentum carry you forward. Progress creates motivation, not the other way around. The simple act of doing something today, writing that first word, making that first call, taking that first step, will remind you of your strength. It will reignite your purpose. You might not see results immediately, and that's okay. You don't need instant success. You need daily effort. What you do consistently matters far more than what you do perfectly. The key is to begin and to keep going, because nothing changes until you do, and the decision to change, that starts now. The best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago. The second best time is today. Don't spend another day standing still. Don't spend another moment doubting your ability to begin. You are not too late. You are not behind. You are right on time, because now is when change becomes possible. Start now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when life feels easier. Do it now, because now is the only moment you can control. And one day, you'll look back and realize that this moment, the one you're in right now, was the moment everything began to shift. So take a breath, take a step, and begin.